They just released information about POE 3.28 Mirage and got the patch notes out already. So what I'm going to do is just show this footage of my map, the one that I designed for POE 1. And I'm just going to run it in the background as I chat, just because there's a few things to talk about. And I don't have the full picture, but I did watch the content release video and read through the patch notes. They're getting rid of graphs, but they're keeping the Keeper's mechanics, so you're still going to have Foulborns, you're still going to have the crafting mechanic, but you're not going to have graph skills. Now this here is just me playing through the same build I had through Keeper's League, which is my Flicker Strike with Lightning, which had Lightning Penetration on the Forbidden Shaco, and the graph skills, which give lucky damage as well as shock round. So anyway, this is my map that I designed when I got the Sandwraith Assassin supporter pack. One thing that's going to change, which was not really talked about at all in the video, but it's in the patch notes, they're getting rid of Harbingers entirely. There are no more Harbingers. There are no more Harbinger items, uniques included. Beachhead is going to be gone, needless to say, and there's not going to be any shards. Now they're keeping the Orb of Fracturing, but they're going to get rid of, Chaos Shards. They're going to get rid of all that. They're also getting rid of Orbs of Horizon because you don't need them, because there's a new endgame Atlas. The new Atlas is kind of PoE 2-like slightly, but mixed with PoE 1, where you just have a map fall as like a tier 11 map, and then you can apply it to any layout that you want to complete the Atlas, or to run the same map over and over again. They've streamlined it. I think it's a good change. It looks interesting. And it's also novel. It's fresh, right? And so we're going to have where you can just like run Mesa over and over again. You can just run a vault map like this over and over again if you want. And because of the fact that certain div cards and certain drops only fall on certain maps, as well as just different layouts, you can just kind of do it that way without favorited maps, and you don't need Orbs of Horizon to change maps into different maps. You can just kind of focus in on the suffixes and prefixes, which is interesting. And then there's a new mechanic, of course, where you can actually basically corrupt your gems at level 20 so that you have a 20-0. And, I don't think there's a way to double corrupt them, so I don't think you're allowed to have a 21-20. I think you can only have a 20-20 when it comes to corrupting gems that way. But they're the coins from the new gen mechanic in the new Mirage mechanic, which allow you to have the gem automatically supported by a level 1 blank, and so therefore a 7 link. And once and for all, people on the right will be happy because Woke is literally dead. They're getting rid of Awakened gems, so Woke is dead once and for all, and instead we're having exceptional gems. And these gems have not all been revealed yet, but apparently there's a slurry of them, and some are even better than Awakened gems. And if you have that situation, you'll have the exceptional gem, and then you'll have your normal supports, and then you'll have the main skill, which has this intrinsic support from the corruption, from the new Mirage mechanic, which is quite cool. Now right here I'm fighting the Regal Harbinger. That's to be no more. What's happening? They're replacing it with fucking Bismuth. I kid you not. You can read this patch note. Therefore this map, Befuddling Ziggurat that I designed, be the same, except you're going to have Bismuth as well, which gives the sort of like elemental resistance and elemental damage buffs to monsters, combined with Union of Souls, which is an old Bloodlines modifier. I think it's fine. It's going to be interesting. No more Regal Harbinger on this map. No more Harbingers. I liked the Harbinger mechanic, and I liked Harbinger League a lot, but a lot of it's nostalgia, and it's going to be an okay game without it. Now I mentioned offhand I'm not going to have time to create content for a while here. In fact, I'm going to miss League Start. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be out of the country. I live in the United States. I'm going to be in northern Thailand for half the time, so a week and a half. I'm going to be missing MIA. I'll be in northern Thailand. I've explored in the past Bangkok and southern Thailand, and I liked it enough to go back, so I want to see Chiang Mai region and Chiang Rai. And then I will also be seeing Indonesia for the first time, hitting up the island of Bali, which is, of course, a famous Hindu island of Indonesia, which has become a little bit popular with tourists. So we'll see. I hear the traffic's not so good, but obviously the history and the culture and the temples and the food, the experience will be good. So I will be clapping cheeks in Thailand and Indonesia. I will not be creating content for PoE. Anyway, I'll let the footage play out until we get to the very end, where we get the big reveal.
can't do this just yet. Not on my watch.
Greetings. It's time. Good job.
And here we are, the singular reliquary. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. The Hydra at Alva, all on one map. Imagine the smell. I still love that shit. And it's a replica Pharaoh's Fur.